What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 2. That's right, episode 2. We actually have 2 episodes now of the Bell Pepper Team podcast. I'm Don.
I'm Shane.
Davis. Corey.
You know, somehow that's actually better than the long silence we had last week.
That is.
It might help that I've been drinking.
Oh dear
it's gonna be a hell of a show.
God! It's 7 o'clock. And you're drunk already.
All right, so like I said, this is our second episode. We're back again, and this week we have because of the release of Borderlands 3 coming up, we are doing Borderlands 1 this week. Maybe we'll do the other Borderlands coming up. Maybe we'll combine them into. We'll do 2 and pre-sequel in one episode or something. And coming up, when does Borderlands 3 actually come out? What's the date?
The 13th.
The 13th.
Yep.
So we could maybe split those up and do one each, but who knows? We'll see. We'll cross that road when we come to it. So, guys, how you been? What you guys been doing?
Working.
Same.
Working Smite.
Working and that
Working
concert.
Smite every day.
For those of you who are not aware, which is literally every single one of you, Davis has been playing Smite for about 40 years, and it's disgusting.
April something of 2014.
He has been playing this game, which I have hated from the beginning. It's for far too long, and it's not that good of a game.
It's
I
alright.
know. I just spent too much time and too much money on it.
I've
disgusting
played
amount of money.
2 matches, and it was the
Let's see.
worst thing I've ever played.
I'm actually going to look up my stats.
I was about
right
to
now.
ask Davis,
See
how
how-
much money have you spent?
Smite
I don't know.
Smite has gotten
Little-
more
probably less than
playtime
1,000.
out of me than anyone else in the world who hates it as much as I do, and that's a fact. And that is a
That's a
fact. I dare anyone to challenge that because I've got a high amount of playtime in the game for considering I don't like it very much.
Ooh, all right, I'm going to do some calculating here.
You do your calculating.
Wait, hold
is
on.
anybody-
Wait.
Is anybody actually playing any games right now?
87.5 days.
That's
Jeez.
gross.
I've been going through a second playthrough of Fire Emblem Heroes.
You beat it already? Was that the one that just came out?
Yeah, and I beat one. There's 4 separate pathways for the story you can take. So I'm going through the second set now.
You're gonna do them all?
Yeah, absolutely. It's worth it. It's a lot of fun, and the characters are great. And I just love it.
I mean,
I'm
that's over. I thought you were
I'm
gonna say
also a
something else
weeb,
after the characters
so-
are great, and then you stop.
Yeah,
and
no,
then-
I had something to say except for the fact that I didn't know what it was. So
I had something to say, but I had no
All
idea
right.
what it was I was going to say. Quality Shane moment.
I've also
Corey, you
been
playing
playing some
anything right
Minecraft.
Well, we've all been playing a little bit of Minecraft.
Yeah. I started thinking about picking up Shenmue again.
Fuck you.
Ugh.
Fuck you guys.
It was what we call
never
wrong
ever
well,
thoughts.
played
my goal is to get all the achievements in both 1 and 2 on every platform there is.
Ugh.
And yeah, so need to do that.
Corey hates himself, guys.
No, well, yes, but no,
Yeah, for different reasons, Corey.
it's
hates
an
himself.
amazing game.
All right. Well, let's start off by getting into some little bit of news here. You guys have not been briefed about the news articles because this was a little bit of spur of the moment. So I'm just going to go through and we can talk about them. Has anybody ever played any of the Metro games?
I
I've-
started up the first one, and
Yeah.
I need to finish it.
I
need to. It's
watched
been
my
a long time.
roommate play.
Okay, so you all at least have a passing knowledge of it. Metro 2033 is getting a film adaptation.
Ooh, is that the most
so,
recent one?
No, that was the first.
Oh, okay. So it's not okay.
Yeah, it's going to be adopted to a movie.
It's gonna be
Uh,
trash.
Who knows?
It's a video game movie, so
It's a video game movie, but it's the premise is like normal movies.
yeah,
It's not like,
that's fair.
and it's set for a 2022 premiere according to Variety. So I guess it was also based on a book too, like a Russian book. But I guess the dude who made the books he's turned down pitches to adapt the movie multiple times, but I guess he found someone that is like this is going to do my movie well.
They gave him enough money,
I think he's
probably.
probably already made a lot of money. I mean, because I assume book
guess.
sales and I guess he probably makes some money on the games.
Was it Netflix that was gonna do Witcher stuff?
Netflix
Yeah.
is doing Witcher
that's-
stuff
that's
with
coming out
Henry
soon.
Cavill
Okay.
or Henry Cavill.
Okay.
When's that come out?
Which he is a diehard fan of The Witcher, so I have high hopes for that. I feel like he wouldn't do anything to really tarnish its,
It's supposed to come out in 2019.
Speaking of The Witcher, I've got some slightly related Witcher news. Not really Witcher news. I guess related to Witcher, Cyberpunk 2077's map Might be a little bit smaller than The Witcher's, but it's way more dense. I never played Witcher 3. How big was Witcher 3 map? Big? That's what
It
people
was
say.
one of the largest maps I've ever been in any game. It was
Cool.
huge.
So in Cyberpunk 2077, which I am thoroughly excited for because I like sci-fi way more than I like fantasy. It's just going to be a little bit smaller than Witcher, but not. I assume not much smaller, but it's going to be way more dense, which I like. Dense bullshit.
Smaller and denser is good.
I just like exploring different areas of like bullshit.
Yeah, I think the craze of we've got the biggest map ever has kind of died down because people know that it's not a good recipe because you can make the biggest thing in the world, but if it's nothing's in it, it sucks.
It's why I liked
People
Fallout 3 versus New Vegas more because while they're both pretty open, New Vegas was way more open, and like Fallout 3 was smaller and it was still pretty open, but it had more stuff going on in that area for me to actually explore.
Yeah, New Vegas, like traveling to a new area was a lot more tedious because it's just a shit ton of nothingness.
Mountains.
Which I mean, a lot of
Mountains
people
that you
love
could
that game so
easily
much.
jump and
I love that.
cross, but it wouldn't let you. There were invisible walls.
I think the map design in Fallout 3 is better, but I think Fallout New Vegas is a superior game. But that's just me.
That may be fair. Corey,
Yes.
you're a fan of the Battlefield games, correct?
Yes.
How much Battlefield 5 did you play?
That I actually played less of than any other Battlefield.
Did you play the online at
Sounds like
all?
most people.
Yeah,
Did you play Did you play the online at all?
I played more of the online than I did the story.
So I guess at some point in time they had announced that they were going to do a 5v5 competitive mode, but I guess they ditched that. And that is the news. They are no longer doing their previously announced 5v5 competitive mode. I guess they're focusing on just fixing problems with their Chapter 4 DLC. What are the chapters DLC? Do you know what that even means? What's like?
I do not.
Did they ever do they did the battle royale, right?
Yeah, that exists. Firestorm.
Yeah, okay.
I've
I
heard good
think
things
that
about
was the
Firestorm.
name. Which I'm not a fan of Battle Royale. I'm not. I've tried it. I can't get into it.
Davis was playing Apex earlier.
Yeah,
Apex is the best battle royale.
I still can't
no
get into
exception.
it.
Apex is one where like I'll play it. I don't hate it at all. I'm just not a huge fan of it. But,
Apex.
I
is
mean,
the
I'll
only-
play it.
Apex is the only battle royale that I've ever played, and it's probably the only one that I will play, and it's fun.
Fortnite's not bad.
I don't want to.
You know, it's
Fortnite-
great.
I don't want to be part of that.
I
thing.
This is unrelated to the news. We're a little bit off at this point, but Fortnite does such like the world of Fortnite and how every season like shit changes that matters and like the world changes. That's so cool to me.
Yeah, that is cool.
And I love
Apex I wish Apex did a little bit.
Apex did it a smidgen.
I
They
know, they,
slightly updated the map at season 2.
Yeah, like a tower
like-
fell down, and then they just the dinosaurs moved.
Fortnite season or not Fortnite. Apex seasons are like months and months. It's like season 1 was like I don't know, like 6 months or like 7 months or something. It was ridiculous. I don't actually know how long it was, but it was a long time. Fortnite seasons are 10 weeks and it resets. And
How
there's
long?
there's no downtime. It's every 10 weeks there's a new season. So like Fortnite's on like season 10.
How long has Apex been out?
It came out in like
It was this year,
February?
wasn't it?
maybe February.
And maybe they're still
We have Google.
early, so maybe they'll focus more on that later. I don't know, but
I still love the PvE Fortnite. So
You are literally the only person.
that's
Like-
not true. There are YouTube channels dedicated to this.
That's all in your mind.
With-
The
yeah.
David Dean, motherfucker.
people in Epic, like they've got like a little server that spools up every time Shane starts playing the Fortnite like save the world thing, and they're like, oh,
And
there's
it's
someone doing it.
It's like a rackety ass server, like the old film reel.
It's like that IBM
Yeah,
computer that you see the images of that's huge. It's like the size of the wall of the building. That's Shane's Save the World server.
And it's so fucking worth it.
It's so worth it.
Love it.
Our
Haven't
next
played
vid-
it in a long time, in a good bit. Missed the birthday event, so I kind of was like, well, shit, because I didn't have internet during it.
Rip you.
Yeah.
Our next bit of news here. Shane, this mostly only pertains to you and I because we're the only ones who are stupid enough to give this game money. But Star Citizen announced a new ship.
Hey, how much does it cost?
It's a mine layer ship. Now let's take some guesses.
$1,100.
Okay, hold on. So let's take some guesses. I'm not gonna say how much it is yet.
$695.
Is that your number?
That is $695.
All right, Shane.
Well, I need to know what the ship is first.
It's a mine layer ship.
Okay, I don't know what that means. Okay,
It's a
based
mining
on-
ship.
Okay, 1,200.
1,200. These are real
1,200.
dollars, guys.
Yes, I know.
Okay, Corey.
530. I have no idea what anything costs.
Once again, Davis was shockingly close and he got the number right, or almost right. It's $675.
Whoa!
Damn.
675 USD for this mine layer ship.
Star Citizen.
It's
That can
not
be
yet available in the
stolen.
game. Hold on. It's not yet available in the game.
Is the game even out?
No.
And it adds another gameplay feature, including mine laying. It's got medical, farming, colonization.
Ooh.
Wait a minute. Actually, I might be reading this wrong.
Well, the
And-
way your brain works. Star
Yeah.
Citizen
Go.
It blows my brain at how this game is even remotely successful because it's been in development for like 80 years and it's not even out yet and you have to pay up the ass for a ship.
Shane and I got our ships approximately spring/summer 2014.
Yes.
And the game is still in alpha. And when we got it, it was in pre-alpha, so we've at least upgraded to alpha. So we are on the way up. We are on the come up, and we
And we
eventually
have
maybe will be in
ships.
beta. We can fly our ships. It's actually a playable game right now. Like you can land on planets, so it's like cool, but it's still not. It's not a game.
I need to reinstall it.
What happened-
Let's do that.
What happens if this game flops?
Then we're out
The game will flop.
$35.
Yeah, we spent
I
the
don't care
least
about
amount.
you. People have spent lots and lots of dollars on this game. What happens when it
They knew what
flops?
they were getting into. It's crowdfunded.
Yeah, that's like the thing that this whole thing is. Like you can do whatever you want. It's crowdfunding. It's like in the fine print, it probably says we're actually stealing your money and we're not doing anything. So ha 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 ha.
Pay us
signed-
$675.
Signed
for a ship.
Robert Space Industries or whatever. Robert, whatever his name is.
RSI. I still
RSI.
get emails almost
I
every
get emails
week.
all the time. They give you updates more so than like I get an update from Robert Space Industries about this game probably more often than weekly. So like they're up to date with it, and I mean they push updates all the time. But it's also the most crowdfunded game in the world. Like the number is astronomical. It's disgusting.
That is gross.
But yeah, so that's the Star Citizen dump out your wallets news of the week. The next bit of news. Did you guys ever play Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, the old game?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Corey, you know
What
what I'm talking about.
Like,
Game Boy Color?
on Genesis.
I don't know how many iterations of the game has existed. I knew it was on GameCube. It might have also been on Genesis. Someone look it up real quick. TY the Tasmanian Tiger.
Oh, I think it's a Tazitiv. What am I trying to? Never
Are you
mind.
done?
Listen, if the tiger's not named Tony or Tigger, I know nothing about it.
Okay, that's probably fair.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I remember it. I never actually played it though.
Well, a remake was funded for Switch, and I guess the PS4 and Xbox One stretch goal were added. So we're getting a remake of this game. It's like when I think of this game, other games that come to my head at this time are like Tack and the Power of Juju.
Okay, I remember seeing
Jack
this
and
game.
Dexter, maybe.
I guess that's about the kind of like the same era, pretty much. But like
Yeah, it
specifically,
is,
Tack comes
absolutely.
into my head. But like it's just like platformers essentially. It's like the old collectathon platformers games.
I would totally be down for playing that.
I
Well,
wouldn't-
it's already coming out on the Switch. It's already I mean, granted,
Seems like a good game for the Switch, honestly.
Yeah.
Switch takes in all your indie darlings and gives it a little graveyard for them, or not even graveyard, a flourishing garden for it.
Great.
Absolutely,
like-
love it.
It's like Steam, but slightly less sleazy because you're giving your money to Nintendo and not Steam. Gabe Newell. And I'm okay with that.
Gaben. Praise Gaben.
Praise Gaben. And the last bit of news that I gathered here is something that all you guys already know. Bees are coming to Minecraft.
I think
I
they're
shared
out.
this the second I saw this. I like shared it to the group, and I was like, "Gosh, there's gonna be bees." And I kind of like read into it, and it's like a very minor thing. It's I guess it helps. They help you pollinate stuff. They are mean if you hit them. They're not mean if you don't hit them. Just like real bees.
They can ride in boats.
Honeycombs. It came with honeycombs. They can ride in boats.
Yep, just like any other mob.
Can any mob ride in boats?
Yeah, turtles can ride in boats. I don't know about dolphins actually. I haven't
description
seen
of a bee-
dolphin in boat.
The description of a bee says bees are cute, fuzzy, neutral mobs.
I don't know if I'd
Thank you,
describe bees as cute.
These are
Yeah, I
cute.
would.
They're also pretty big. If I
Yeah, they look pretty big. Also, real quick,
That's kind of horrifying.
saw that, good for him.
It's
That a big deal?
unfortunate.
He got married this week. Yeah.
To some girl that he's been dating apparently forever.
Forever.
So fame didn't taint him or her. Love still exists. He didn't do anything. He's not canceled, right? He didn't do anything like to get himself canceled.
A while
I mean,
ago.
What did he do?
Said the
racist
N-word
shit?
on stream.
But
But immediately was like, oh shit, didn't mean to say that.
who's the most recent? Who's the recent like big streamer that got canceled?
Oh.
I thought it was
I saw this
PewDiePie.
yesterday. No. I don't
Did
remember. his
Logan
name, but he
Paul
was
get
saying like
canceled?
anti-Semitic
Oh,
shit
the
and
Logan
stuff.
Paul's. I confused PewDiePie and Logan Paul in my head for some reason, and I don't know why. They're not related at all.
I never actually read anything or really heard about the Logan Paul thing.
What Logan Paul?
Wasn't
That
it
was
something
that
to
was
do
over a
with
year
like
ago.
The Japanese?
Suicide Forest? Yeah.
Yeah, that was over a year ago.
That was a long time ago. That was huge news back then. Once we recycle the old news and bring it back to you and pretend like it's new news.
I'm thrilled for bees.
These are in Minecraft.
They're gonna help us grow crops better.
You can get honey bottles, honeycomb.
It's a honey bottle.
A honey bottle is you can use an empty glass bottle on a hive or a nest, and it fills with honey, and you can drink it. So here's the description it gives for the honey bottle: drink it, question mark, question mark, question mark, profit, and then also you can craft it into sugar. Apparently,
Also, dispensers
so
can
actually,
now
that's
fill
good that there's another way to
bottles.
make sugar. That's probably way easier than having to harvest sugarcane.
Absolutely, but dispensers can now fill bottles.
Could they not do that before?
No, apparently not. They can fill bottles with honey and water now.
Interesting.
Useful.
For automation, I'm sure it is.
Does anybody else have any interesting news of the week? Anybody see anything? I didn't think so. Besides Shane's PewDiePie
act-
news. Okay.
I thought I
Nope.
saw something, but it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter at all because it probably wasn't very
No.
good. So, with that, we can move into our topic for this week, and that is Borderlands 1. Yay! Fun fact:
Bringing back old news again.
old news again. Well, listen. It's slow for games. No new games have come out recently.
I just mentioned Fire Emblem. Fuck you.
It hasn't come out. It came out in the past though. It's like
It
nothing
came out a month ago.
in the past, but nothing new has come out since we started doing this. Is what I'm saying. So why not?
I
If we're
mean-
gonna do something that's a month old, we might as well do something that's like 7 years old.
Like, a few more ones.
Yeah, a few more.
And plus this works because Borderlands 3 is coming out really
We're
soon,
preparing for the new launch of the game.
which is
Their
one
butts
of the most highly anticipated games of this year.
Because if we put the word Borderlands in our tags, it'll get more searches. But
Except
yes,
for the
And they'll
fact
say
that-
that we're a bunch of dumbasses.
Except for the fact that Bell
It's
Pepper
different
Team is
hits.
all one word.
only in Google Playlist, but doesn't matter. So Borderlands. Do you guys like Borderlands? You guys fans of Borderlands? The Borderlands
No, absolutely.
by
Absolutely.
by Gearbox Studios.
Are you pronouncing that right?
Is that how you pronounce it?
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him not once.
Who is this Randy Poochford?
He's a madman.
Man.
First off,
He is a
this
big
week
fan.
I am going to lead us off about this discussion of Borderlands. I love Borderlands 1 in particular. It is basically, or it is the only game that I've actually gotten all the achievements for on Xbox that isn't like an arcade game or some like bullshit game. 100% it. It's like 80 something achievements, and it was a pain in the ass doing all the Moxie DLC.
Yeah, that's a
but-
long one.
Fuck that.
I spent so much time just playing this game LAN at friends' houses. Like me and Davis would go over to one of our buddies' houses, and we would just like plug into like jerry rig all our Xboxes together. I'm sorry, daisy chain all our Xboxes together with Ethernet cables, and we'd play Borderlands. And I loved playing as the Siren solely because I could run very fast, just like Sonic, and I just loved bursting through shit. And it's just like vulgar and like
Goofy.
you would never expect like video games to be this way. Like at least when it was coming out, most like there weren't video games that were like toilet humor like this. There was like Conquer, but like this was like brutal humor. So it's like Conquer is like childish kind of at its heart. This game is not childish at its heart. Like the first main boss, like the first boss you fight is Nine Toes. Nine Toes. Nine Toes. and he's got 3 balls. That's like the flavor text. It's like there's 9 toes. He's also got 3 balls. It's like the most random, like ridiculous humor. It's like
It was definitely the first of its kind.
Yeah.
It came out of nowhere back when it came out, and
It definitely
it
made.
should not have done as well as it did. It should have flopped, but
it had initially. I remember when it was announced, it wasn't cel shaded. So the initial trailer didn't look at all like Borderlands, and it was just like they just touted, "Look at our gazillion guns." And I don't know where in the process they decided that cel shading would be the way to go. I don't know if it's easier to cel shade things, but that was a stylistic choice that was probably the thing that made Borderlands. If it didn't have the cel shading, it probably would have just been another game. Like it just looked so cool for the time, and it aged pretty well. Like if you go right now and you like pick up like I don't know, like Call of Duty, like Modern Warfare, not the remastered version, it's like shit looks old. It's like the dudes look old, the animation looks old. If you pick up like a cel shaded Borderlands 1, it looks fine still. Like even like
cell shading definitely lets games age better.
Same thing with
like even Wind Waker.
Yeah, Wind Waker, same way. It looks
even
fine.
on GameCube, still looks good.
Plus, it had how many DLCs did it have? 4.
4.
Yeah.
I loved every single one of those DLCs besides the Underdome. All those DLCs were awesome. And there's not very many games that have like really consistently good DLCs. I think I loved the General Knox DLC because it added more cars, which is cool. The best variation of guns with just doing his for the end of the actual DLC.
Oh, yeah.
This was a cool location. Like the location just looked cool. Yeah, it was like pretty different from everything else you were doing. It was like it's like Mad Maxy.
Yeah.
Mad Max.
Mask. Yeah.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, I like the.
I'm kind of upset that they didn't make a DLC called Mad Moxie and have
There's
it
still time.
Mad Max.
Well, because they did a Mad Max. They did a Mad Max quest.
Yeah.
When you first get to the desert
they?
area.
Oh, and there's all these like references. The game is chock full of references.
It's just pop culture, the video game with guns.
And they do a really good job of that.
Yeah.
All right. I hand over that's my spiel on the game. I hand over my reins to Davis.
Yeah, I mean, I played it with Don when I was a kid. It was super important. It was the first game I got my own Xbox at the time. Before I was playing it at our buddy's house, and then I finally got my own Xbox, and that's the first game I had. So I spent tons and tons of time on it. Don pretty much said everything.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't talk first anymore. I cover all the bases. You guys can't keep up.
Character's cool. Story was whatever.
Who was your favorite character? Roland was your guy?
Yeah, Roland was the one I played the most.
His
pretty basic.
His ult sucked.
It does.
His shitty gun shield.
It does. Yeah, they definitely improved on that in the second.
Although
game.
when we were playing, it definitely helped out restocking ammunition.
Yeah, that was pretty okay.
We did recently just go through a playthrough of this again, so it's all moderately fresh in our memory too.
Yeah.
They also vastly improved the skill trees in the second game. Like the first game, the skill trees kind of didn't do much. It was just like add some more damage, I guess, and then I don't think there were as many skills either. I think there was only 3 or 4 per tree rather than the 5 or 6 or 7 that's in the new one. But I'm getting off topic. Shane, go ahead.
I enjoyed Borderlands 1, but not nearly as much as you guys did. I remember back
before you finish.
Okay.
If you've 100%ed Borderlands, say I.
Aye.
Oh, you have it, Corey? I was really hoping that we could put Shane in the
No,
corner.
I was that was like the what was it? Like most of those DLCs I actually didn't play until we played through.
DLCs are fun. All right, continue, Shane.
The most I never played the Dr. Zed's stuff. I barely remember the Claptrap DLC.
The Claptrap DLC was nuts. Like, talk about going off the rails. The Claptrap DLC went off the rails.
That's all I remember about it. It was ridiculous. The Mad Moxie DLC was whatever. We all know that. It was just Arena, the video game.
I hate
it was awful because of the achievements. And I remember getting upset one day because you just had to last like 3 hours or something.
Yeah, there were 4 main achievements for the Underdome, and it was to reach level 30 or something like that in each of the 3 arenas, and each level had 5 waves. So you literally we would like do like a 3-hour event where we do one, and then like we'd go home, and then the next time we hung out, we'd do another one for 3 hours, and it was just a nightmare.
We did use.
We had cheated guns that some rando just.
We didn't
used
at
for-
first though, and like when we tried to do it initially without like the modded guns we randomly acquired, we're like, this is literally going to take us a lifetime.
Yeah, it was hard because they were hard enemies. But then some rando jumped into one of our games at one point, and just dropped a whole bunch of modded
He
guns.
was shitting out modded stuff. It was like a fire hose of just like amazingness. It was like free stuff.
So
And I
he
was
just
like,
had
sweet.
like infinite damage guns, and it made the whole thing easier, but it still took super long.
I have two things. One, earlier I said that there was no, like, that I'm surprised they didn't do a Mad Max, like Mad Moxie kind of thing. Well, it's Mad Moxie Underdome, Mad Max Return to Thunderdome.
There you
So
go.
they actually did.
I mean,
Alright.
it's all
But
about
then,
references.
Yeah. But they, with that Underdome, the first time I ever saw that, because I didn't play that one with you guys, but when my brother, he needed help in it, so he had me actually create a new character. So I was a level 1 going in there, and it dropped all of their levels down, so he was able to just fucking massacre them.
That makes sense.
I blame Borderlands for destroying my sense of video game morality, in the sense that now I want to cheat constantly because I want things to be that easy.
That might have been the first game that I like
You should play Dark Souls.
modded or had modded.
We did.
Like not
Oh yeah, we did. That's right.
Dark Souls.
Forgot about that.
Fuck Dark Souls. Whatever.
Fuck you.
Corey,
Dark Souls is amazing.
Shannon, do you have any other thoughts?
The best part about that is absolutely General Noxus, and I just absolutely love that storyline, and just the characters in that just were fantastically written. And then Cormorax was the best loot grind I can think of in a video game.
Yeah, you like your grinds. Cormorax was cool. We also exploited that because you could like go slightly off the map where he couldn't get you, and then you would just take pot shots at him. And
And
you could nail down his health.
Most of the time, yeah, he couldn't hit you, and then sometimes he would kind of just freak out and not be able to figure out where you were.
Mhm.
But yeah, I forgot about that little hidey hole.
Yeah, that's basically because I don't know that I ever tried to fight him a normal way because he was really tough. That was like
Yeah.
he was also probably like the first raid boss because that's essentially what he is. He's a raid boss
Yeah.
that I'd ever come in contact with in gaming because I didn't do too many MMOs. And it was like definitely pre-Destiny. Destiny casualized raid bosses for sure. If WoW didn't,
Absolutely.
because WoW is still kind of like the niche culture of gamers ish, even though it was massive. Destiny definitely casualized like the raid boss idea. Corey, why don't you give your spiel?
Well, almost all the bases have been covered, but in single player when playing it, I didn't really enjoy it. I tried it a few times and I just couldn't get into it playing single player. But
I
when
never
you get a
played this
group
game
of
by
friends,
myself.
It's boring if you
Yeah.
do, but if you get a group of friends, it can be one of the most fun times you will ever experience playing games. Just
It gets chaotic really easily, and that's
Oh,
like the best part.
absolutely. When you're just running down the path because you don't have any vehicle or anything, and then all of a sudden you're going like 50,000 miles an hour because they just plow into you, but they don't run you over. Yeah, no, it's just a lot of good memories playing that, like with my brothers and you guys. I don't know. It's a great game.
It is a jammer. Any final thoughts on the before we give out our bell pepper ratings?
No, go ahead.
No final. You have no final thoughts.
No.
Just,
My final thought. I love Borderlands. That's my final thought on this game.
Is that could have been covered in your rating?
I like Borderlands.
It's called putting a bow on it, Shane. Shane, give us your bell pepper rating out of 100 for Borderlands
Oh, out of
numero
100.
uno. It was out of 100 last week, Shane.
Listen, I don't remember last week. Let's go. I'm gonna go 70 because it's dated. It felt dated last
70?
time we played it. It felt
70.
70.
That's the most recent. The most recent rating I can give it because of us recently playing it.
That's a
It felt
C
dated.
and a D in a lot of grading scales.
You know they
70.
just remastered it, right?
Yeah, I do, but it still felt dated. It just feels. The skill tree thing that you mentioned. It just felt. Yeah.
All right, Shane's taking his hand off the chess piece, and this is his 70th final.
I love too. So
All right, Davis. What's
I'm
your
gonna give
rating?
I'm gonna give it an 88.
88.
88.4.
88.42 repeating.
Yeah, repeating.
That's much higher than Shane's.
Yeah.
8.
Great game.
I'm also
Has some flaws.
slightly drunk.
Great game has some flaws. Really found itself in the second game with an image.
Second game doesn't matter though for this ranking or for this
Yeah.
rating.
Right.
Ooh.
I'm just
It
whatever.
doesn't.
But
You're rating game 1.
I know.
I was talking to Shane because he was like,
I'm biased as fuck anyway. So
everyone's biased. That's how it works.
Had a blast with it. We'll probably play it until I stop playing video games
We'll probably go through it again, yeah.
for sure. Yeah, solid 88.42.
Right.
Repeating.
Corey?
I'll go like 86. 86. Yeah, it's just like one thing that would definitely boost it up is if I could have like a lot of fun playing it by myself.
Sure.
Like that's just because it, if people just aren't on, but I feel like playing it, I'd like to be able to hop in and actually enjoy it.
For sure.
But yeah.
Excuse me. I've been burping like a storm this episode. I'm gonna give it an 85 out of 100 bell peppers because the art style is great. I really love the art style. The humor is literally right up my alley. It has a good level of replayability because we literally just replayed it like a month ago. But like Corey said, I've never really played it by myself, and I don't really like. It doesn't really lend itself to me playing it just by myself because it's a group game. Like there are 4 characters and you play all together, use all the different abilities together. It works well. It's a group game.
It's definitely a group game that you can play by yourself.
Yeah, you can. I don't know why anyone
But
would.
I don't think that's it was not designed to be played by yourself. I feel.
I don't know that to be true, but I would also agree with that.
Yeah.
That's probably
opinion. Yeah.
yes. So a little recap. Don gave it 85. Shane gave it a 70. Davis gave it an 88.42 repeating, and Corey gave it an 86. So Davis, Don, and Corey are in the same ballpark. We think it's a B,
Solid.
B plus, B,
Solid game.
B game for sure.
Shane hates it.
Shane
surprise.
Shane hates it. Yeah,
I'm
good point.
The oddball.
Shane is going on his forums.
I mean, okay, here.
Shane's going on his forums. Let me rant. Shane is going on his forums. He's finding Randy Pitchford's tag. He's finding Gearbox tag. He's like, you guys made a shitty game. Why couldn't you make a better game? Love Shane, and that's what he's doing.
Shane's going on Tumblr. And
Excuse
4chan.
me.
Oh,
Loves
Shane's going on.
love.
Shane's going on 8chan.
That's not existent anymore.
It exists still. You just gotta know where
No,
to find it.
no one will support it. No one will host it.
Sure, Shane. Wink. It doesn't exist anymore.
It's like delete
Also,
browser,
it would be
upgrade.
it would
FBI, don't look at me.
I will give Shane a little leeway with that 70, just a little bit,
None.
only because we did make him play it as Brick.
Yeah, that's the worst. Brick is
All I did was just
That was
Running
the
around
worst.
yelling the entire time.
Brick is easily the worst.
I had a lot
Playable
of fun
character in
playing
all
Brick
Borderlands
because I was
games.
just doing nothing.
Yeah,
Well,
Brick's
if you
garbage.
loved it then, and you
Yeah.
gave it a 70,
I did say I loved
Dude,
it.
I'm not
I said
giving
I
you
had
any
fun.
leeway then.
I annoyed
Ruined.
you guys.
Take
I
it
caused
away.
explosions and made your game lag. That was enough for me.
The game's old, so that's probably why it lagged. So, in the spirit of Borderlands, we're gonna do another draft this week of our top Borderlands NPCs.
Our NPC dream team.
Essentially, sure. This is our NPC dream team. If we're doing 5-on-5 basketball, you need your NPC dream team. Who are you picking? The order for this draft this week goes Shane, then Corey, then myself, and then Davis. So we can go ahead and we'll pick our players or our NPCs. We'll give a little spiel about why you picked them, and then we'll move on.
And this
So-
is Borderlands 1 only?
No, any Borderlands.
Okay.
This is the whole franchise.
Thank God.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say there's not enough NPCs in Borderlands 1.
Not enough good ones. I mean, there are actually. We probably could honestly from just Borderlands 1 if we thought hard enough about it, but it would be more interesting.
Go all.
Whole everyone. Go ahead, Shane.
Okay,
What's your number one pick?
First round draft pick, absolutely gotta be General Knox. Love him. Love the sense of humor. loves his character. Loved how he was just like, well, guess I'm dying.
Just like you, Shane.
Yeah, absolutely. Why do you think I fucking loved him? Like, one of his dying quotes is, "Finally, it's over."
Finally, it's over. I think that is a dying quote.
Yeah, I have it pulled up right now, so I'm cheating.
Knox, it's probably a better overall pick than you had last week.
No, of course.
I don't know. I don't know that
Easily.
Knox should be a 1-1 pick, but to each their own. Corey, who you picking number 1 overall?
Now you will judge me for making this pick.
Uh-oh.
However,
He's the scandalous one.
I need it. It's Solitaire. The in Dark Souls 2 in the Gulch. It's the Dark Souls Easter egg. He's supposed to be Solaire.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I'm
Are
going
you talking
back
about,
to
are
the
you talking about
wiki.
Borderlands?
Yeah,
It's the
there was a
character
guy
from
named
Dark Souls.
Solitaire. He was an Easter egg from Dark Souls.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
So we were making fun of Shane's picks last week, but Corey definitely
Dude.
has the worst pick.
That
Wow,
we
that's
could have
the
done.
best.
We could have done 7 different drafts,
It's
and
my
Solitaire would have been
dream
picked
team.
by no one. That was a
It is
terrible
my
first round
dream
pick.
team. My dream team.
I guess.
It's 5 solitaires.
Well, your dream sucks.
Okay.
Fuck you,
Uh,
Shane.
That was
Yeah,
really
fair.
a bad pick.
That was a.
That was a
I
great
still don't
pick.
even know who this person is. My overall pick.
He's a
number
sun
1,
bro.
Exactly.
1-1. We were talking about him earlier. I don't know if it was on recording or off recording. I'm taking Scooter. Catch a ride. I love Scooter.
Sucks.
I
One of
love
the worst characters
Scooter.
ever. There's only one.
He
character
says
that's
everything
worse.
he says is hilarious. He's like wild redneck, and he talks about his mama's lady parts. It's amazing. I love everything that Scooter says. Nothing he says is not funny. As I know, Scooter's great. Rip Scooter. For those of you who played the
Spoilers.
new DLC,
Spoiler. Rip
it's been out for
Scooter.
long enough. But
He also
spoiler.
didn't die in that game. He was dead in that game. He died in the Tales of the Borderlands.
I didn't play
Yeah.
Tales of the Borderlands. Did he die in Tales of
Dingus.
Borderlands?
Yeah, you dingus.
I had no idea. That's actually
I
I
a
forgot.
big thing that happened in that. I didn't play Tales of Borderlands. 'Cause I don't like
didn't either. I didn't.
point-and-click
I
adventure
did that.
games, which basically that's what that is. But yeah, Scooter. That's my number 1 pick. Davis.
Mr. Torg is my number 1.
Oh, that's a good one too. He's also outrageous.
hilarious. He's hilarious. Everything that he says is funny. There's never a dull moment with him. Anytime he comes in and says something, it's hysterical.
He also
Facts.
banged Moxie.
So I mean, immediate
Good for him.
points there.
Probably has a clap though.
And he has his own gun manufacturing line. So
That we've been using
bonus
forever.
Points. Yep, bonus points.
It's not bad.
Shane, Pick
Who wants
two.
to take a guess?
I'm gonna say Shane's about to pick Tiny Tina.
Hey, you'd be correct. Everyone
See,
else.
You know how I said that there was only one character worse than
Yeah, I
Scooter?
know.
There you
Tiny
go.
Tina,
Tiny Tina is
so-
the bad version of Scooter. That's how it is.
Tiny Tina is probably the worst written character in all of modern video game games.
I remember when we were playing Borderlands 2, I kept, like, every single time something would happen, I'm like, oh, please die, please die, please die.
Everything she says, it's supposed to get a laugh out of the player, but I've never ever laughed. I've only been annoyed.
Shane, don't talk. Shane, don't talk. I'm gonna give Shane. I don't think that Shane should have picked it, but Tiny Tina is perfect.
For sure.
I don't like Tiny Tina. She's literally exactly what she needs to be. You think that she's trying to make a laugh from everyone, but it's like I'm sure that they knew that she was going to be so far past the line that everybody would consider her insufferable. Like she got accomplished literally what she was supposed to get accomplished, and it's fucking nuts.
Yeah. Okay.
But
fair.
Shane, tell us why you actually love Tina, because no self-respecting person should have
Because
Tina
she's the Shane of Borderlands.
Pretty much it. It
That's
says
fair.
things that make no fucking sense. Like, let's just go looking at these.
God.
Let me read these quotes
Quotes
that
that
everyone
she
actually
says.
remember.
Doggy.
No. Stop trying to grab my arm.
Is your dog a boy?
Yes.
Does he have his peen?
Yes. He I mean, he doesn't have his balls.
Whatever. Same thing.
Uh,
What good's one without the other?
Where the? Okay.
Shane's dog is trying to attack him.
What are you doing?
Shane, tell your dog to go away and tell us why you're picking Tiny Tina.
Okay.
You look so happy.
Nico. Here we go.
That was fun.
Yeah, that's gonna last all of 2 seconds.
No, it's a bone. He'll sit and chew on it. All the kinds to talk about badonkadonks, and the one of my just one of the things I remembered, which I couldn't remember the whole thing because I fucking suck at
Everything.
shit. Yeah,
Nice.
Jinx.
was I'm a little teapot, bloody and cut. Here's my handle, and here's my butt. I remembered that.
Her vernacular is identical to Shane's.
It
Yeah.
really is.
Except it's more fluid, and actually you can hear the words that she's saying.
Listen, fair.
She also has a bugged eye like Shane. Just kidding. Shane doesn't have a bugged eye.
Ooh.
Corey, what's your second round pick?
Dr. Zed.
Okay,
Yeah, just
reasons.
he's kind of brutal. just a little brutal.
Yeah.
So I feel like he would help on a dream team.
Okay.
Okay. So, for my pick, I'm going to offer up one, and feel free to shoot it down if it is not fair, if it's no longer an acceptable answer. Claptrap,
It's acceptable.
because he is
It's acceptable.
an NPC that
I
became
accept.
a non-NPC. So,
I accept.
if I had have, I initially didn't want to pick Claptrap, but I was thinking about it more and more and how much I actually love Claptrap that I was like, Claptrap should have been my number one overall pick because I love Claptrap so much. I love Claptrap.
Claptrap is Borderlands.
He is
Yeah.
the only reason that because I wasn't a huge fan of 2. He's the only reason that I played the pre-sequel because I got to be Claptrap, and his character was amazing in it. He was literally Havoc, just like Claptrap is supposed to be, and that's all Claptrap ever has been. And he's just like a pathetic little robot. He's like Shane. A lot of characters in this game are like Shane.
I'm a pathetic robot.
Just a pathetic robot that
Doug is so
will
happy
make you
with pathetic robot.
feel bad for it, and then he'll just do stupid stuff, and it's just like, oh, this is hilarious. And then he eventually turns into an interplanetary ninja assassin, and then takes over the world. Spoilers for the end of the
He
DLC.
does do that. He does do that. You are correct.
Claptrap's a great pick.
That's a good pick.
Davis.
Don't know why nobody's picked this yet, but Handsome Jack.
No one's picked Moxie yet.
Okay, thanks, Shane. My pick is Handsome Jack because
Everybody loves Handsome Jack.
he's incredibly well written. He's not just a stupid villain that you just want to kill. He's funny.
He's got incredibly sharp wit.
Yeah.
Probably more so than anyone else.
Yeah, and that's it. It makes him interesting the entire time. There's never a dull moment. It's just constant. Every time you hear his echo voice stuff, it's you just want to hear it. You want to hear more of it. So,
I agree. Give me.
and he's in 3 games or two games in a spin-off game.
He's in.
They liked him that much.
He's in. What's it called?
Tales
Tales
of
of
Borderlands.
Borderlands?
Tales of the Borderland.
Pre-sequel.
Is he confirmed not in 3?
I don't know. I'm sure they'll have him in it somehow. Probably just echo recordings or like a hologram or something. There's no way that they're not going to capitalize on him.
All right. We're moving on to the third round. Shane.
All right. My list now includes people that you guys probably don't remember.
It was Solitaire on that list.
No. I can say that. Next is Janie Springs from pre-sequel and Tales.
She's in Tales.
I don't know who that is.
It's the Australian girl.
Oh,
Yeah,
of course.
absolutely.
Is she a redhead too?
No,
She's the lesbian.
Yeah, she's a lesbian
I don't remember.
who is
She's the-
confirmed
she's
to
the
be
first
married
person you
to Athena.
Who's what?
What?
Yeah,
Who's
What'd
what?
you say?
she's married to Athena, or
In
getting
canon?
married to it. In Tales, episode 5.
Is that the
It
last
confirms
episode?
that.
Okay.
Nice.
Is Tales of the Borderland canon? Yes, it is. It is now
Yes.
because
Because
the
it was
DLC.
Scooter and-
because
No.
Chris
Well, that
Chris
too,
Hardwick
but-
is in it.
Yeah.
And he's in
It's Vaughn.
what's his name? Vaughn. Oh no, that's not Vaughn. That's
Yeah.
Reese.
His name is
Chris Hardwick.
His name is
Yeah, or
Chris
yeah.
Hardwick.
Reese is your
him.
character in Tales.
Reese is Reese, the main character, is the Alice guy.
I'm pretty sure that he's also in Borderlands 3, but he wasn't in 2. That DLC for 2. Okay, so you pick the Aussie, Shane.
Yep.
Corey.
TK Baha. I loved TK. He was awesome.
You
And that
one more step
shotgun
and it'll
when
be your last.
when you first get that shotgun TK wave,
That's
that was like all I used the first time I ever got it. Oh my god! First time I played that game, I loved it.
Tikabau has a good one. I think he was underused in the first game,
Yeah,
I agree.
absolutely.
but because he could have been, he was hit like a cool niche, so he could have been used more, I think. But yeah, good pick.
About time I got some acknowledgement.
Okay.
Well, you picked Solitaire for the first pick.
I
still have no
Solitaire
idea.
Yeah,
was
I
the
still
best.
also don't know who that is. My next pick, I'm gonna take the inspiration for many a slutty cosplay, Mad Moxie.
Yeah,
Boobies.
why's that?
I don't know.
I like her. There's 2 reasons why.
This is just true. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Her like, other than her, she's visually appealing. Her like,
She pushes the story along.
she does, but she's got like that the craziness of like a divorced widow kind of craziness. It's like lingering
Divorced
there.
widow.
Yeah, like divorced. She's divorced and a widow, so it's just like
Okay.
her mind is like decaying because of her like love life. And that's just like her like level of crazy, which I kind of like because it's different from everyone else's. Everyone else is just like batshit, but she's just like unhinged, kind of, from having, I guess, a billion different relationship partners
Billion different lovers.
and crazy kids. But I mean, obviously, I can't believe I'm shocked that Moxie made it to the 3rd round. But obviously, Moxie.
Yeah, I thought Shane was going to go with her for the first round.
I think he didn't solely because we thought he did,
Probably.
which left it open for me.
I also wasn't that big of a fan of Moxie. Like,
Yeah,
I didn't like her
that's
character
right.
writing.
Shane doesn't like boobs.
And I do, but
Good pause. All right, my 3rd pick is Crazy Earl because he's hilarious and is while Moxie is her mind is going because of all the love corals and stuff. Crazy Earl's mind, it's like he's like taking acid every day of his life, and now it's just a puddle of pink goo in his head.
Basically,
That the secret government is telling him things, and he's getting crazy about it. So he's hilarious, and was he in pre-sequel? Yeah, yeah.
he's who you always. He's
He's-
ever
you
since his
traded
appearance,
him
he's always
Yeah.
been who you trade to get stuff.
yeah,
The Iridium or whatever.
Iridium and then Moonstone in the pre-sequel. So yeah, I like him. He's funny. That's my
Okay.
pick.
Shane.
back to me. Okay. I'm going to just be honest, and I couldn't remember a lot of NPCs, so I looked at a list and picked the ones that I looked through them and picked the ones that I actually, after clicking them and reading a bit, I remembered.
Congratulations.
One of those, Johnny Waffles.
Okay.
I'm just gonna read. Stop trying to hump me. I'm just going to read one in his description. Johnny Waffles is a named NPC found next to the Sanctuary bounty board. This NPC is different than other named NPCs in that he never responds to player interaction, although he will turn his head to look in the direction of anyone in close proximity.
He's
He
just the
only
dude that's
talks
leaning
to
up against the
Claptrap.
board.
What? Yeah, he only talks to Claptrap when he passes by, albeit in an insulting manner.
Definitely in my top 5 as well, Shane.
Shut the fuck up.
Someone
This
that
guy's
you
a-
literally never hear speak in a game full of hilarious.
Yes, you do. Yeah,
You-
you hear him talk shit to Claptrap. Like,
Everybody
out of my
talks shit
way,
to
you
Claptrap.
dumbass robot.
Everybody talks shit to Claptrap.
Exactly.
Once again,
Shane's
Shane's
second
picks
bad
are
pick.
teetering down to bad. Corey, who's your pick?
Face McShooty.
That's actually not a bad one.
Damn it.
Shoot me in the face! Wait, was that going to be yours?
Yep. That was a good pick.
Yes!
That was a good pick.
Thank you. Oh, it's the best.
That was a fun mission. That whole mission is based around shooting him in the face.
It is, and it's over very quickly.
It might be the quickest mission in the game. There are a lot of like, it's got a lot of missions in that game. That might be the quickest mission in the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's boom, but I'm not sure. Got anything else to say about Face Me Shooty, Corey?
I feel his pain.
Sure. You also want to be shot in the face. You want to go? You want to go the way of Kurt Cobain? Okay.
Yes.
My 4th round pick is Mr. Shank.
Mr. Shank's good.
Mr. Shank.
That's fair.
Also married to Moxie, so I've kind of got like a husband and wife duo going on there. Now he has a gay partner, and his hints at being gay are hilarious. It's like he never outright says that he's gay. He just talks about his very like questionable like less than heterosexual relationship with his. I can't remember his partner name. I was trying to find his partner's name, but I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name.
I'm looking it up.
But I just love the relationship that he has with his partner because he's no longer with Moxie, and I would assume that Moxie maybe turned him gay. He couldn't handle Moxie. Moxie's too much woman for Mr. Shank.
Chaz.
Chaz. Okay, I'm changing my pick to Mr. Shank, Chaz.
Chaz is the real MVP.
Chaz is the real MVP in that one. So Shank and Chaz are my 4th picks. Davis, who's your 4th pick?
Dr. Ned.
Dr. Ned.
Yeah, he's like Dr. Zed but with a mustache. From the zombie DLC. Yep.
Yes. Anyone as easily changes with a mustache is good.
And he's like, definitely not Zed with the mustache. He's definitely his own character. But yeah, he makes zombies, and he turns into a super weird big monster zombie that goes psychopath. So,
He's a good
and
one.
we're getting the bottom of the barrel. So I'm just kind
A
of
bottle of barrel for you.
true.
All right, Shane, what's your final pick?
Davis Pickle.
Hey, that's me.
Davis Pickle.
Yep, Davis Pickle. He is the Borderlands pre-sequel British orphan.
Oh,
Australian orphan.
No,
The down under mate.
I guess it is. It is. Yeah, it's a Cockney accent, isn't it?
Well,
Cockney is not Australian. It's British. You dingbat.
Then I was fucking right. Fuck you. I'm bad with
I
everything.
don't think he's Cockney.
No, Pickle speaks in a thick Cockney accent and makes frequent use of Cockney rhyming slang.
Who is this? Who says this?
The wiki.
Which one? Which wiki?
Borderlands.fandom.wiki.
wiki.
The wiki. Let's see.
That's it. You just like your little orphan child, Shane? Your little Annie?
Yeah, it's my little orphan child. He's so happy to still be alive, though.
Which is a rare trait in the world of Borderlands.
I
Anyone
know,
being happy to
right?
be
He's like
alive.
one of his echo quotes is, "Hello, mom. Hello, dad. Sis. I know you're not coming back, but I thought I'd drop you a line anyways."
Just lol. Okay.
Shane, I also have that wiki up. You should keep reading that whole paragraph, but
Okay.
in his voice.
No, fuck you. I've had the most amazing time since the attack.
Okay, I was kidding. Stop.
Please, for the love of God. What does the rest of that wiki say, Davis?
It's a whole it's a paragraph, like I said.
It
Okay,
is a
what?
fucking paragraph.
Why is
Oh.
Shane wrong? That's all I basically want.
Why is he?
What part of
wrong
the paragraph makes Shane wrong?
No, I wanted him to read the whole. It's a
Oh.
long quote. It's a long
Oh.
quote, and I wanted him to read it all in his Cockney
Shitty accent.
All right, whatever. Corey, last
So,
pick.
if there is only one good thing that Tiny Tina ever did, it's introduce us to Butt Stallion.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
No,
That was Jack.
It was Jack, but
Well, still, it was in her DLC.
that was
Which we
my
didn't play recently.
pick.
No, we should go back to that.
Yeah. Butt
Yeah.
Stallion is the way to go.
Yeah, it's you son of a bitch. That was my pick. Okay. Well,
Yes.
all right. So then for my last pick, because I can't have the stupid fucking horse, I'm gonna go with Sir Hammerlock.
That's the right pick.
Yeah, it's my 5th pick. He's
Sorry, no. It squeaks too much.
integral for Borderlands 2.
Yep.
He starts us off. He's a hunter. He has his own DLC, right?
Kind of. He does.
Isn't it
He's the one
Sir
in charge of all the
Hammerlock's big
raids.
game hunt or whatever?
Yeah, he's in charge of raids and stuff.
Yeah, he looks cool. He's got robot beast pieces.
Robot.
He's a fine character. He's my number 5.
He's a fine character.
He rounds out my starting 5 squad.
That's a good 5 spot.
Better than mine.
Agreed.
True. Correct. My last pick is Angel.
Oh fuck.
Awful pick. Angel sucks.
No, she's
I
great.
like Angel.
Angel's integral. What am I trying to say? Integral to the entire
Integral.
first integral. Whatever for the first 2 games.
This is true, but her eyes are weird, and she's like the only human part of the game, and it makes me very uncomfortable
To be
anytime I see her.
fair,
In the original, wasn't
She-
before they remastered it? Wasn't she?
she was a satellite.
Well,
Unrelated to what Corey
talking
was saying.
about, yeah. Like it wasn't a real person. It was just like her eyes and just like a still face. Her mouth didn't even move, right?
Her mouth didn't. I don't think her mouth ever moved, but
yeah.
she was before she was like it was literally video. Like it was
Yeah.
recorded video of a human in a game where there's no recording video of a human. It was such a weird, like stylistic choice that I still don't understand why they did it that way.
You know how? Okay, so you know how they made like the video or whatever better in Borderlands 2. They did.
Yeah.
There's a part in Borderlands 2 where they bring in Lilith, and she's like in agony, and the actress who's doing that video, it looks so bad, and she's just like it's like in super pain in this little video thing. And it's just
You should
Bad.
send a clip of that to the group so we can watch it because I'm unaware of it. But
I know
that
exactly what you're
is
talking about.
those are our starting fives. I'm gonna go over them one more time for the group. Shane, you picked General Knox, which is not bad. Tiny Tina, you start going downhill a little bit. Janie Springs,
Tumbled off the cliff.
your little red wagon starts picking up speed. Johnny Waffles, it's at a roaring pace here, and then Davis Pickle, you smash at the bottom of the hill and die. So not
At
not a
least
great.
Corey, at least unlike Corey, I don't start at the bottom.
No, Corey starts further than the bottom. He
No,
starts in hell
off the
I
page,
start
it's
at
off
the
the
top.
with Solitaire.
Someone
I guess.
Still don't even, I'm gonna look it up.
I'm not actually sure that his name is Solitaire.
It is Solitaire.
Okay, so this character Solitaire, followed by Dr. Zed, TK Baja, Face McShooty, and Butt Stallion. Shane, Corey, yours is literally the inverse of Shane. It goes from worst to best, and Shane's goes from best to worst. It's impressive.
Which is how a draft is supposed to do.
No,
It's supposed to be good the whole time.
my list. I got Scooter, Claptrap, Moxie, Mr. Shank / Chaz,
Yes.
and then Sir Hammerlock.
So
a good list.
yours is just all over the place because you start way at the bottom,
Oh,
and then
Scooter's
somehow you shoot like all the way to the top and just keep.
my list
always
is
go straight
my list
down.
is a relatively basic list. Besides Mr. Shank and Chaz. Mr. Shank and Chaz is a little bit out there, but I love
No,
Shank
I
and
think
Chaz.
that's perfect. I love that character. Forgot
Well, I
all
mean-
about him until you mentioned him.
He's a good character.
The rest of my picks are
Yeah.
basic, besides Shank and Chaz. That's a little more of a slightly deeper cut. And then Davis, you got Mr. Torg, Handsome Jack, Crazy Earl, Dr. Ned, and Angel.
Best top 5.
That was my
Oh,
top five.
fuck!
Yes. Honorable
would like-
mentions, go Shane.
Tannis.
Oh wow, you went worse. Tennis is
Love her!
horrible.
God,
Of course you do. Tennis is
damn
the worst.
Do you like Tannis or Athena more, Shane?
I like Tannis more.
Tennis is slightly better than
I need
Tiny
you
Tina.
to not.
Probably better than what?
Tiny Tina, but just barely.
No, she's crazy science lady. Love it.
Yeah, I know that's why you like her shit.
Of course, it's why you love it.
Any other honorable mentions?
No, I don't have any honorable mentions.
I can't.
Janus Cobb.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
He was one of the Cobb brothers feuders. All right,
Yeah.
what, Corey?
I can't remember the guy's name. Davis, from Tales from the Borderlands.
I didn't play
The
it.
guy, huh? Oh, you
I
didn't
didn't-
play it?
I'll try to answer you.
Oh
but
god, because yeah, it's basically like not Handsome Jack boss, but like one of their newer bosses in that one. Who he's voiced by fucking Kronk. I can't remember that guy's name.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Joe from Family Guy. Hey.
Yeah, or Putty from Seinfeld.
Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know who that is.
All right,
in this show.
So we're gonna end this episode today with an interesting fact. I didn't actually have to go to my normal site for my This Day in Gaming History, but it is actually the 10-year anniversary of the Arkham Batman games. Batman Arkham
Really?
Asylum came out 10 years ago today on the day of our
Shit.
recording, which is Sunday the 25th, but it's not gonna be coming out for a couple days.
Cool.
But yeah, I love the Arkham games. They're some of my favorite games ever. I've played them all. I've gotten all the Riddle trophies and literally all of them, and that might be the most like masochist thing I've ever put myself through is collecting all those Riddler trophies.
I remember
it-
how miserable you were.
It started off as 100 or 100 or something, and then went to like 200, and then went to like 400. So I don't even know what the next game is going to hold for me because I'm going to do it all again anyway.
1,000,000.
I would do it. I would do it, Dr. Evil. I love me some Batman games. I have my Batman Funko Pop and a new one that I just got today from Batman Forever. So I love me some Batman.
Do you want to see my Batman Funko
Oh, you've got the animated series Funko Pops. I think you have them all except for one, right? Or two.
I'm missing 2 basic ones, and then the Dr. Freeze, Mr. Freeze, the Mr. Freeze one,
all right.
which is difficult to get cheaply.
Well, this is a good episode, guys.
Yeah, I gotta take my dog out.
Jan has to before it literally humps him to death. We'll talk to you guys next week. Thanks for listening.
Bye, love you.
See ya.
I promise I'm not trash.
No, you're trash.